Hello, welcome to your weekend weather update from the Met Office. Milder weather is on the way next week. The weekend, however, it is still going to be feeling pretty cold out there, thanks chiefly to a strengthening wind. Now, for many, Saturday's a fine day, dry and bright, but it is going to feel cold, and the major exception to that dry and bright theme, Northern Ireland, where we are looking at potentially some quite heavy snow for a time. There's a big battle going on out there. There's a chunky area of high pressure that's keeping things cold and has done for much of the week, but a large area of low pressure out in the Atlantic. And these weather fronts are bumping up against that area of high pressure, introducing cloud and some wet weather. But also, as they squeeze the isobars together, that's what's allowing the wind to really start to strengthen. These weather fronts, as well as trying to introduce cloud and wet weather, will also try and introduce milder air. But for most of us, we're going to stay in the colder air this weekend, and those winds will be very noticeable. It's been a very cold and windy day in the southwest, but the wind's strengthening in most places overnight. Still some snow showers over northeast Scotland, and still the potential for things to turn quite icy, of course, as temperatures widely again drop below freezing. It won't be perhaps quite as cold as nights earlier in the week because that wind is that much stronger, but we'll still see temperatures dropping quite widely to -2, -3 in towns and cities, and through some sheltered glens across Scotland, -15 or 16 is possible. Not quite as cold further west because one of those weather fronts will be bringing more cloud, and that will be bringing some wet weather too. Rain for many, but across Northern Ireland, some heavy snow is likely on Saturday, setting in through the morning, 5 to 10 centimetres, maybe 20 over hills, and with that strong wind, that means blizzards. We'll see a bit of snow for North Wales too, and the western fringes of Scotland. A mixture here of rain, sleet and snow, potentially also some freezing rain. That's where we see rain liquid falling and hitting the ground, freezing instantly and creating ice. So still a potential for some hazards. That snow should ease through the day in Northern Ireland. And bar a bit of drizzle in West Wales, southwest England, the bulk of England and Wales looking dry, along with eastern Scotland, and some hazy sunshine across the east. But it's going to feel cold. Where there's snow lying on the ground, many places will not get above freezing all day. And when you add on that wind, well, it's going to feel like -5, -6, -7 in places. So a pretty bitter afternoon for most. It doesn't get any warmer through Saturday evening. We'll continue with some patchy hill snow and rain across western Scotland. Should fizzle out for a time, but then another weather front starts to bring more patchy wet weather in from the west as we go into Sunday. Again, the potential for that to have some freezing rain mixed in. And again, as those weather fronts just gradually edge in, the isobars remain very close together. So it's going to be a windy day again on Sunday, but it is slowly turning a bit milder. So it will be chiefly rain that we see. Some snow likely, certainly over the Grampians of Scotland for a while, but mostly at low levels it will be rain, or possibly freezing rain. Much of East Anglia, southeast England will be dry for most of the day, but elsewhere it's turning increasingly soggy through Sunday. Yes, temperatures will be ticking up so that by the very end of the day we could be up to double figures across the west, but it's still going to be single digits for most, and again feeling cold because of the strength of the wind. Bitterly cold then with those winds through the weekend, but eventually that milder air will win out next week. Turning damp for most places will see rain on Sunday, but some hill snow is possibly on the cards, along with the potential for that freezing rain. As I said, plenty going on. Make sure you stay up to date with the latest from the Met Office. The best way to do that is to follow us on social media.